Listen, I'm conscious of time, so I am going to speed up as much as I can. But as my boss used to say to me, feedback is a gift. And I always knew he was about to tell me something bad. My wife is Spanish. She's not good at punctuality, but you guys and gals, you win the prize. But it's great. And actually, one quick thing I'd like to say is thank you for your feedback. I really enjoyed the session yesterday, and I've really enjoyed engaging with you, and I really enjoy the feedback. Makes it a very special thing to come to. And also, what a delight to see my good friend Mark Adams. That man is a force of nature and a force of creativity. And he reminded me when I was talking to him about my interaction with Bob Hoffman. And one thing I want to point out is on the 12th of March every year, Tim Berners-Lee writes an open letter in which he shares his view of what's happened to the gift that he gave the world, the World Wide Web. And what he says year in, year out, is he's very worried about the monetization and the weaponization of the web. And I think if you take that model that Mark was talking about, in the web and on the web, in the web was about communities, about working together, sharing things together. On the web is where things are being abused, so let's be careful of that. I'd love to give some feedback on what we were just talking about, listening to, but I'm going to think about that before I do. But what I'm going to do now is show another side of AI and technology. Mark Ritson, who is absolutely the best marketing journalist in the world, says it like it is, says it without fear. We had the idea, I think it was I and Will Gilroy over lunch one day, that it would be great to see if we could do a bot of Mark. And of course, what we said to Mark is, can we do a bot with you, and can we use that bot in conferences? So a company called Intentful in the US, who are actually present in Pakistan, did a bot for us. They used a large language model to ingest everything that Mark has ever written and everything he's ever said. He's said a lot, he swore a lot, and actually when we tested it live, it was remarkable what it would do, but I'm never quite sure what to say, but I guess I'll say, oh, we might need a bit of volume. Might need some volume, team. Can you put some volume on and play that again? No? Well, this is off to an excellent start. Should we have another go? Because I can lip read, I'll tell you that what he's saying is, hello.
What can I help you fuck up less today?
Hello, what can I help you fuck up less today? So in that spirit, I was asked to make sure that I showed this. This is a character in AI, video-generated AI avatar. I will say here, I'm a bit surprised that you don't have to put that on AI generation that we were just looking at, but never mind. But I'm now going to set about asking the bots some questions. And actually the first one, and I think to give it the context, it's what we've been hearing for a day and a half. RITBOT, given everything that's happening and happening at such speed, is CMO the impossible job?
The CMO, the impossible job. It's like asking a penguin to perform Swan Lake, for fuck's sake. And 1 minute you're deep in the bowels of data analytics trying to make sense of the latest consumer trends. The next you're in a board meeting trying to explain to a bunch of suits why your brand needs a personality and not just a bloody profit margin. And then there's the constantly shifting digital landscape. It's like trying to nail jelly to a wall just when you think you've got a grip on Facebook. Along comes Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and God knows what else, each with its own damn algorithm to figure out. It's enough to drive a saint to swearing. But here's the thing, despite the challenges, the headaches, and the occasional desire to throw your laptop out the window, it's a bloody brilliant job. It's where creativity meets strategy, where you can make a real difference. It's not just about selling products, it's about shaping perceptions and building relationships. So impossible, maybe, but as the saying goes, if it was easy, everyone would do it.
I must say, Mark, you've lost a lot of weight. Sorry about that. I'm conscious of the irony of this next question, RITBOT. Everyone is talking about AI as a total game changer. It's a slightly ironic question, but what's your take?
Oh, for fuck's sake, right? Let's talk about AI. Look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you AI isn't a big deal. It's as big as a whale and just as hard to ignore. But this notion that 80% of marketing will be done with AI, that's like saying 80% of cooking will be done with a blender. It's a tool, not a bloody replacement for everything we do. Now, is AI having an impact on marketing? Absolutely. It's helping us crunch data faster than a kid crunches crisps. And that's invaluable in a world where data is thicker on the ground than pigeon shit in Trafalgar Square. It's helping us personalize content, automate processes, and make predictions. It's a game changer, no doubt about it. But here's the rub. AI is only as good as the data you feed it and the people who use it. It's not some magical marketing fairy that's going to sprinkle pixie dust on your business and make all your problems disappear. If you're using AI to churn out loads of cheap, personalized content, then you're missing the point entirely. AI isn't about doing more marketing, it's about doing better marketing. It's about using data to understand your customers, create better experiences, and drive growth. It's not a replacement for human creativity, insight, or strategy. It's a tool to help us do our jobs better, not a substitute for doing our jobs. So let's stop genuflecting at the altar of AI and start using it properly. Let's use it to enhance our marketing, not replace it. And let's remember that at the end of the day, marketing is about people, not algorithms. And until AI can replicate human emotion, intuition, and creativity, it's not going to be the marketing messiah some people are making it out to be. So let's keep our heads on straight and keep things in perspective, shall we?
Listen, well said, RITBOT. I agree entirely. Conscious of speed, what do you think of programmatic and AI-based advertising buying? Scam or really effective?
Right, let's dive deep into programmatic and AI-based advertising. This is a subject where a lot of people get overly excited, and for good reason. They see the shiny new toy and immediately think it's going to save their marketing souls. Spoiler alert, it's not. Now, don't get me wrong, programmatic and AI provide some genuinely powerful tools. Automating the buying of ads and optimizing in real time sounds fantastic in theory. It can cut down costs, increase precision, and drive better ROI. The promise of removing human error from the equation and relying on cold, hard data is tantalizing. But here's where it gets murky. We must acknowledge the sheer hype around AI. Every bloody marketer and their dog wants to talk about how AI is revolutionizing advertising. Well, most of that is bollocks. At this stage, AI is mostly a distraction from the fundamentals of marketing. You think sticking AI in front of your strategy is going to suddenly make your crappy targeting and unclear objectives disappear? Think again. Remember, 95% of agencies don't even think marketers provide clear strategy or objectives in their briefs. AI isn't going to fix that. If your foundation is a mess, no amount of sophisticated technology will create magic out of it. It's like hoping a high-spec drone can navigate through a foggy swamp. Not going to happen, mate. Here's the kicker. AI and programmatic tools are great at scaling operations and making incremental improvements. But if you're playing with them without solid objectives and strategies, you're essentially a monkey with a machine gun. Entertaining? For sure. Effective? Not bloody likely. Focus on sorting out your marketing fundamentals first. Get your targeting right, make sure you have clear, concise objectives, and understand your bloody market. Then, and only then, layer on the programmatic and AI magic. Otherwise, you're just faffing about with toys while the real work lies completely undone. In essence, AI isn't a scam, but it's not the messiah some make it out to be. Use it wisely or don't bother at all.
Listen, I am conscious of time, and there are a few more questions he could answer here, but in the interest of time, let's skip straight to the last one, because I'd like to say a few things afterwards. And this last question, I hope you can do this, is probably pertinent given everything we've been listening to. RITBOT, or I'm never quite sure whether to say Mark or RITBOT. Tell me the one single thing that Pakistani marketeers should have at the top of their agenda.
Right, let's wade into the murky waters of measuring the credibility of influencers in development.
Let's stop there. Just the last one, please.
Oh, bloody hell.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right, Pakistani marketers, listen up and don't get your knickers in a twist. It's time to face some brutal facts. बैठो और concentrate करो. सबसे पहली चीज जो तुम्हें अपनी मार्केटिंग एजेंडा पे रखनी चाहिए वो है मार्केट ओरिएंटेशन. और ये सिर्फ फैंसी जार्गन नहीं है, ये असली गेम चेंजर है. कस्टमर के नज़र से चीज़ों को देखना सीखो. भांद की तरह हर चमकती चीज़ पे नचना बैंड करो. वो QR कोड्स हो, NFTs या मेटावर्स, ये सब डिस्ट्रैक्शंस हैं और तुम्हें अपनी असली चैलेंजेस पे फोकस रखना चाहिए, जो हैं स्ट्रैटेजी, टारगेटिंग और प्राइसिंग. ये फंडामेंटल्स हैं जिन पे अगर मास्टरी हासिल कर लो तो ही असली ग्रोथ होगी. पक्का मार्केटर बनने की कोशिश करो और समझो कि तुम्हारा ब्रांड तुम्हारे कस्टमर की लाइफ का सेंट्रल पीस नहीं है. बहुत ही छोटी सी जगह लेता है वो तुम्हारे कस्टमर के दिमाग में. तुम्हारा काम है ये देखना कि कस्टमर क्या चाहता है और फिर उसके हिसाब से अपनी स्ट्रैटेजी बनानी है. ये मार्केट ओरिएंटेशन होती है. और दूसरी बात, परफॉर्मेंस मार्केटिंग और ब्रांड बिल्डिंग का सही बैलेंस समझो. हाँ, फेसबुक एड्स लगाओ, PPC कैंपेन्स चलाओ, ये सब ठीक है शॉर्ट टर्म में सेल्स उठाने के लिए, लेकिन लॉन्ग टर्म ब्रांड बिल्डिंग भी इक्वली ज़रूरी है. उबर देखो, दोनों स्ट्रैटेजीज को साथ लेके चल रहा है. टारगेटेड प्रमोशंस और इमोशनल ब्रांड बिल्डिंग कैंपेन्स दोनों चला रहा है. तो मेरी सलाह ये है कि डिस्ट्रैक्शंस छोड़ो और असली मार्केटिंग फंडामेंटल्स पे ध्यान दो. मार्केट ओरिएंटेड बनो और शॉर्ट टर्म और लॉन्ग टर्म स्ट्रैटेजीज को साथ मिलाकर चलो. और ये सब मैं तो तुम्हारे साथ हूँ, लेकिन याद रखो, मार्केटिंग कोई मंडेन चीज़ नहीं है. ये एक आर्ट और साइंस का फ्यूजन है. अब जाओ और असली मार्केटिंग करो.
Well, listen, the one thing I know Mark can't do is speak Urdu, but his bot can speak any language you ask it to, and it's remarkable. But when I talked a little bit to Mark about this subject, and I will here slightly respond to what we were just listening to, he said, please remind everybody that the world is full of human beings. It's human beings that make this world work. It's human beings that do great creativity and art, and it's human beings that do marketing. It is not machines. We did not just look at creative excellence in that AI presentation. We looked at average creativity. If you want average creativity at speed and cheaply, then use it, but beware, you'll be found out. Great creativity is made for great people, and how you do great marketing is by connecting with human beings. And on one last thing, I've absolutely fallen in love with Pakistan being here. I've talked to many of you. I've heard about the state your economy is in, and I've heard about how you need jobs, and I've heard about how you need to drive your economy ahead. You won't do that with AI. And with that, can I say thank you so much for having me. I've thoroughly enjoyed my time here. Thank you.